Twinwall polycarbonate. Why do we want to use Twinwall polycarbonate for our greenhouse? Well, number one, it retains heat. It's got a little bit of insulation here, a little thickness. Now, it diffuses sunlight. As the sun comes through, the way it's set up, it diffuses that light, spreads out those rays, and it keeps from scorching and burning our plants. That's a big deal. The UV protection that it gives your plants obviously is good for it, just like we would want to go out and stand out in the sun and get fried. Say you're driving in your car, you roll down your window, stick your arm out, hot sunny day, before you know it, you've got sunburn on your arm. But if you roll your window up and your arm's still up against it, the UV protection in that glass will keep you from getting sunburn. Same thing with the Twinwall polycarbonate. Now, a lot of the Twinwall and everything that we have is UV coated, UV protected, which not only protects your plants, but it also protects the poly itself from breaking down in the sun, and that's going to give you a much longer lifespan with it. Now, the poly is pretty hardy. It's a couple hundred times more durable than glass. It's really hard to damage it. You can bounce basketballs and stuff that would shatter glass. I'll bounce right off of it. I wouldn't recommend it. We did a fun test. We put up a greenhouse and a poly greenhouse with a smaller one than this. This is a 10 mil. We had, I believe it was a 6 mil for the test, and I had a little ultralight airplane, and I brought my airplane in, and I cranked up the prop and just hammered it. I mean, we're talking 85, 90 mile an hour winds, as much wind as I could give my wind gauge in front of it, and it was amazing how well it held up. So good solid stuff. Now, that also depends a little bit on your frame. If you've got, you can put some decent poly in one of those really, really, tiny, thin frames that you can bend with your hands. That's not good news. But if you've got a solid aluminum frame, this stuff is really good. I mean, we've had, customers that have had it, handle some hurricanes. So good stuff. If you need a little bit more, let's say you're in an extreme climate where you're going to get real heavy snow loads and real cold, you can go with thicker like this one, the 10, or you can even go with the triple. They have a triple wide, and boy, now that triple thickness is great for retaining heat and a little bit more strength. So just a couple of the reasons why most of our greenhouses come with the Twinwall poly, and why it's by far the most popular for coating your greenhouse.